It's swarm season time, and swarm season time also means beekeeping time. So I'm trying to get my boxes together, and I'm going to make a few little changes. Last year I put solid frames in the top of my swarm box, and I pulled one of my swarm boxes, and as you can see, it's full of ants. But instead of having this, let me show you what this does first. This goes on top of here. That gives me more room. The entrance is down there on the bottom. It's a little bitty old circle. But last year, I had put all solid frames in the top, and that takes up a lot of the empty space. I also had put a lot of solid frames in the box, but this year I'm going to put one solid frame, and I'm going to put the rest of these are going to be just empty frames, old frames that have wax already on them, so I don't need to add no starter strip. And at the top, I'm going to add these little super frames, and I'm just going to have a starter strip. That way it'll give me a lot of open space in the top, a lot of open space in the bottom. That way when they go inside, they think they're in a big old giant empty tree. And we're going to see if that works. Okay, this year I'm going to be baiting the traps with a little bit of lemongrass oil on the bottom. I'm going to use this little bullet in the top of the box, and I'm going to spray some of Bob's swarmrustler lure, and we're going to see how well that works. But I cut out these foundations, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop them in a frame. I didn't get to do a video of me adding them in the hives, but I have a few hives that I didn't do it yet, and all I'm going to do, if I can get this in, do it with one hand. Comme ça. And that way it'll give me what they were talking about on one of the live chats. I don't know if it was Sawmill Charlie's or Bob's, but one of the guys from Canada said he uses this and he calls this a story frame. And I think it's a good idea. It'll help the bees draw out a lot of drone comb on either side, and in the middle they'll draw worker brood. And I could either put them in hives that I want more drones out of, or I could I'm definitely going to put them in all my hives to where I can cut the drone comb out and check for mites. So I'm going to use it as a mite check, and in the hives that I want to get more drones from, that way she can produce more. Okay, I'm going to set my fence for how wide I want my little starter strips, and I don't want very much. Just a little bit sticking out. And a couple of frames can make you a lot. Oh, don't forget your safety glasses. You can see the bees flying around. They start smelling that. They start smelling the old smells off them frames when it gets heated up by that blade. Now we got a bunch of starter strips we can use. Now I'm going to make me some more story frames. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do these by hand. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to wax up a few of these frames right here. I like to put a lot of wax on them. It's nice whenever you have wax from your bees. It allows you to add more wax to your frame. Now these frames came already waxed, but I'm sorry, not frames, these foundations came already waxed, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough. And all I got here is a little miniature crock pot with a little foam roller. Just soak up some of that hot wax, drain off the excess, and just roll it on. And I got my big old drone comb frame I'm gonna put in my best hive to get a lot of male drones from. See, with a large groove cut, it fits right in there. Let me soak up some more, honey, some more wax. Let me see if I can get where you guys can see this. All I'm doing is going along the edge with this syringe. It's real easy with a syringe, as long as you got hot wax. That way you don't waste too much, and as soon as it cools off, only takes a second for it to start cooling. There you go. It's cooled off. It's not going to fall out of there. And the bees are going to even add more to it than that, but just to get them started. Yeah, that's pretty strong in there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. And as soon as I get a couple of these made up, I'm going to put them in my swarm trap, and we're going to go hang them traps. Now what I'm using for a swarm trap is just basically a nuke that I put this 1x4 on the side and drilled a hole in it, and then I added me a little super on top to give it more space. And what I'm doing on the bottom, I only got one frame of some old nasty comb that I no longer want to use in the hive, but it's good for a swarm trap. It's nice and smelly. And then I like to leave a lot of space in the bottom, so all I got is some empty frames with old wax still drawn at the top, and hopefully they'll just draw onto that old wax. So I got 5 in the top, 5 in the bottom, and then on the little super, it's just a little nuke super. And I got one frame that had some brood on it, another one right here, and then in the center I got 3 frames with some little starter strips. So I'm gonna strap these together, strap the box together, and then I'm gonna hang it in the tree. And I'm gonna also, I like to use this is what I've used in the past, lemongrass. So I'm gonna put a little bit of lemongrass on the bottom, and I'm gonna stick this little bullet that's in this package on the top where I can get to it easy in case I gotta little bullet. I already got lure in it. I'm gonna open it up and put it in the top. I might just stick it in this little bag, open it up and stick it in this little bag. That might be a easy way to go. So So I'm going to open it and just drop it in. Well, I can really smell it. And I'm just going to lay it on top. But first I'm going to get me a little lemongrass oil. I'll be right back. Someone always calls. Okay, so back before the phone rang. I got a little bit of this lemongrass. I'm just going to put a drop or two on the top of the frames. Okay. And then I'm going to take the swarm lure. Got to prime it up. I'm just going to spray on top. Okay. Now let me put her together. Like I said, I'm just going to leave this little bullet on top. Put a little strap around it. And the strap is just to keep the boxes together so the wind don't blow them apart. Got a little long strap. Now if I can just hit the hole. All right. Looks like I need to add a little spacer behind the tree so I can get it level. Okay, that looks a little bit more level. Okay, now I'm going to spray some Swarm Commander. Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I meant Swarmrustler. I used to use Swarm Commander. I ran out. Swarmrustler. I'm just going to spray some on the ends. All right. And we're going to move on to the next one.
Let's forget about tomorrow. Yeah. Should I hide away forever? Should I close my eyes and never again hold you tight, call you mine, think about you every time? I remember that it's over. Yeah. You never break, you never lie, you're never ever scared of the dark. So I